Well, I thought I'd go over certified foreclosure specialist because foreclosures is the buzz. That's all everybody's talking about. Foreclosure this, foreclosure that. And I got to tell you, the reason why I'm doing this is, quite frankly, I've just been really ticked off about this lately, because it seems like now that we're in the foreclosure industry, because everything, it seems like, is foreclosures. I mean, it's not, but there's certainly a lot of stuff out there that's foreclosures and bank owned, short sales, etc. Now all these real estate agents out there are claiming they're experts, and it just really annoys the heck out of me. These people who don't know what in the world they're doing. They've been in the business for 2 or 3 years, have never even done a foreclosure deal except maybe up until 6 or 12 months ago, and now they're calling themselves a certified foreclosure specialist, which, in 98% of the cases is a bunch of BS. Just to be frank about it. A lot, and it's just never, well, it always amazes me. It amazes me how real estate agents and people in general will claim they're an expert in this, claim they're an expert in that, just because they think it's going to make them a little bit of money. I mean, they swallow their pride. They swallow their self-respect and just get out there and lie to the general public, and it's just a little annoying. I'll tell you the reason why I got a little ticked off about this. Actually, it came about last week. I went into my office because I'm looking at hiring a new buyer's agent, someone to show my buyers around. I went in there, I'm talking to an agent, and she said she just got out of a class and the day before, and asked me if I went to it, a foreclosure class, and I said no, I heard about it, how'd it go, what was it? And she said, well, now I'm a certified foreclosure specialist. And I asked her, what she meant. How is she some specialist or even certified? And she said, well, so-and-so, and I don't want to mention any names, but, well, so-and-so ended up teaching the class, and, he's this and he's that. First, I don't even think the guy knows what the heck he's talking about. And she took an all-day class, 5-6 hours, and then she ended up getting a certification afterwards that said she was a certified foreclosure specialist. And I asked her, I said, look, you go to some class that's free, you spend a few hours in there, and now you're some specialist, and you're going to go around telling people you're a specialist? It really bugged the heck out of me. And so I basically was talking to her, and I said, let me let you understand something here. I said, I've been working with banks and foreclosures for 8 years now. I said, I've been doing it a long time. I said, I am a certified foreclosure specialist. I said, my training that I went through was 50 hours and cost $5,000 to get. The one I went to, and I'm telling her all this, I said, they brought mitigators. They brought 3 loss mitigators with 15, 17, and 20 years experience in mitigation, all up in the front on a panel. And basically they talked about the entire industry guidelines. They talked about Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, VA, FHA, Bank of America's guidelines, Countrywide's guidelines, Chase Manhattan. I mean, you name it. I mean, they basically laid out everything, and then they had a question and answer on there, and I mean, it was intensive, and it cost a lot of money to get this. And I said, you go to this class, you spend a few hours in there, and now you're a certified foreclosure specialist. I said, let me ask you, you've been in the business only several weeks. How many deals have you done? 0. That was the answer. She's never done a deal, and she's a certified foreclosure specialist. So I have to say this, if you're going out there and if you're looking at selling a property, you better get someone who knows what the heck they're doing. I talked to my title company 2 weeks ago. They do, thousands of deals a year. Asked them, and a lot of them in the Tampa area are foreclosures or short sales. I asked them, out of all the foreclosure, now, first off, let me say this. A foreclosure is not a bank-owned property. A foreclosure is different. Bank-owned is an REO. Sorry about that. That's my printer. Bank-owned is an REO property, real estate owned. The bank has already foreclosed on the home. If the home is a foreclosure, it's in the process. So the bank doesn't own the property. But anyhow, I asked them how many deals that they're getting right now on foreclosures that are actually working out. Foreclosures, not bank-owned REOs, but foreclosures. They sold only about 10 or 15 are even working out. And it's because the listing agent doesn't know what the heck they're doing. And to compile that, well, the buyer's agents don't know what the drip they're doing either. And these people are going out, the buyer's agents are going out, slinging mud against the wall, not knowing what in the heck they're doing. The deal has it has no chance to work out. I had an agent the other day, her client was trying to save $250,000. I mean, just a steal of a home. And I said, tell them to go get a license contract out there. This is what I need. You get me this. They're going to make at least $10,000 to $20,000 bare minimum if you do what I say. Her and her client didn't do it. Unbelievable. I mean, maybe for an hour at a time, maybe they're used to getting paid more than $20,000 an hour. I don't know. But if they were, they wouldn't be buying a $600,000 home. They'd probably be buying a $6 million. But, you know, they're going out there, and then the listing agents don't know what the drip they're doing. These agents are taking properties. They don't know how to talk to banks. They don't know how to pump it through. They're hiring these companies now. Agents are now hiring these companies that are all coming out of the woodwork that don't know what they're doing, but they're blowing a lot of smoke saying they're going to handle the deal. They're going to charge the agent 1% of the fee. And it's really just a mess. And all I would say, and let me just say this example. I had an agent I talked to the other day. The agent had the property listed at $210,000. Certainly it was higher than that, but they dropped it. But the home was worth about $210,000. They ended up, instead of dropping it from 210 to 200, and then dropping it to 190, then 180, then 170, they went from 210 and dropped it in one swoop to 159. Now, there's no way in the world a bank is going to agree to that on a short sale. There's no way in the world. Dropping it $25,000 overnight, the bank's going to say, just like you or I would, why didn't you try to get us $200,000? Why didn't you try to get us $190,000? Why didn't you at least try to get us $180,000? You know, 25% overnight, that's ridiculous. And this was a very nice home and not a lot wrong with it. It wasn't like it was burned down or vandalized or needed any lender required repairs. So I would just say if you're a seller, no matter where you are in the United States, whether it's in Tampa, whether it's in Florida, especially in Florida and Tampa, there's like no rule, there's no regulations here. We're an unregulated state. We're a licensed state, but it takes 60 hours to get a license. Well, if you want to be a hair beautician, it's 1,200 hours. Go figure that out. I've written my congressman 2 times already on that one. But if you're looking at hiring an agent on the listing side or on the buyer side, interview these people. I've been in this business for almost going on 12 years, 11 years. I've only had 2 people ever interview me as a buyer's agent. Quite frankly, rarely any of them do when they're listing. They basically just want to know what my commission is and what the price is. So I would, you know, if you're looking for someone to list a home, for Pete's sakes, interview them, or a buyer. Ask how long they've been in the business. Ask them how long they've been doing short sales or working with banks. If it's only been since 07, they don't know what they're doing. Ask them how many deals they've done with banks. Ask them what their training and education was. Ask them how much that training and education cost. Look, there's people out there, realtors are known for this. They'll go to seminar after seminar after seminar because they're free and they get a free meal if they go. So if they're not paying anything for these, they're not getting quality training. I mean, it's like in life, you get what you pay for. So I hope this helps. It's just one of those things. It's really getting under my skin lately. I was on the internet with an agent in our area, and I'm looking through, and they had on there that they were a foreclosure specialist, another person. This agent doesn't even know anything about real estate, yet alone foreclosures. So it's real annoying because folks like you out there, you're reading this and you're believing people know what they're doing, and they don't, and it's costing you thousands and tens of thousands of dollars. But it's your money. So I would just say, I don't care who you use, an attorney, a real estate agent, a mechanic. I had reconstructive knee surgeries. I interviewed surgeons. Needless to say, they didn't like this, but I only have 2 knees, and I wasn't going to have reconstructive surgery without interviewing them. I mean, you have to interview people. Ask the hard questions. If they don't like it, go on to the next. It's your money. It's your life. I would protect it. Anyhow, I hope that helps, and I hope you have a great day. Take care.